Today I'm talking about something I wish I would have done differently as a parent. Cloth diapers. I am here to tell you why I regret not doing cloth diapers, and if I could go back, why I would do so. So if you're on the fence about cloth diapering, this video is for you. Let's jump right into it. Okay, one of the first reasons people do cloth diapers, of course, is the environment. We can reuse the diapers. You can even buy them used versus buying them new. So there's reusing, there's thrift store shopping for them, buying them secondhand, passing them down. You use them for multiple children within a family. Overall, I would say in general, it's more environmental. Ideally though, you're not buying everything new. That is very helpful. Now, of course, these diapers still have to be made, and they do have to be washed. When your kid wears them, it is water, detergent, electricity. Yes, I think we can all agree though that cloth diapers are more environmentally friendly than disposable diapers in a landfill. Another thing with some cloth diapers is they grow with your baby, so you can let out all the snaps, or you can do these front snaps, and they will actually make the diaper like shorter, if that makes sense, make it like a smaller diaper. When you undo it, it gets bigger. Okay, so the diapers grow with baby. At least most of them, I believe, do. I'm not going to deep dive into cloth diapers specifically. I'm going to be making more general blanket statements about cloth diapers, okay? Because I did not ultimately use them, so I am not an expert. Overall, though, I do think they are better for the environment. All right, the cost. This is me just throwing numbers out there. You could spend about $300 and probably get your diaper supply for cloth diapers. So it depends on what all you're getting exactly as far as supplies, but if you get some of it secondhand, if you maybe get some of it at your baby shower, that helps as well. I'm just gonna say about $300 if you're not being ridiculous. Now, some people got into cloth diapering and they'd get hundreds and hundreds of diapers. They sort of started collecting them and seeing them as like, I don't know, a collector's item instead of like, it's a poop catcher for your baby. So as long as you stay focused and you say, hey, I need like 20 diapers, I need the shell, the insert, the wet bags, the diaper sprayer, whatever you're gonna get, keep it really focused. Let's just say $300. Again, buying some of it secondhand. I would say on disposables, we do like maybe $50 a month. I know it can depend on how many diapers you're going through, what brand, wipes, all that, but I'm just gonna say about 50 is probably what we're currently spending. So if you take $50 times 6 months of diapering, boom, you already hit the $300. I am at the point now with my 2 children that we are at about, this sounds insane to say out loud, but 63 months of diapers. How is that even possible? It just is. Okay, my kids were not super early potty trainers. I have one that's just finishing up in diapers right now. So I'm gonna say 63 months in diapers at $50 a month. Again, it's a rough average, okay? This gets me, if you do the math, $3,150 spent on disposable diapers and wipes. If I could go back for the cost savings, I would do cloth diapers. I really and truly would. I would buy a lot of it secondhand, be very open to that. Put it on your baby registry for your baby shower, get what you can, and then, like I said, you use it for all your children. Versus, think about it this way, when you have a baby shower, you get diapers for that first kid, right? But then all your subsequent children, nobody's helping you with those. If you cloth, they helped you with all your children. Now, of course, I do want to say, with cloth diapering, it's not just buying the diapers. It is washing them, so water and electric and detergent. But guess what? With disposables, you're still buying wipes. Oh, wait, I didn't even touch on wipes, how you're wiping baby. You do need cloth wipes to go with the cloth diapers. Again, I'm not going super deep dive. Some people use disposable wipes, but then I'm like, where do you put them? Do you have a trash can? I think that's a little funky to do some disposable and some not. Anywho, I didn't really touch on the wipes. That's a whole nother thing. But with disposables, diapers, wipes, if you're super minimal, then some people are spending more money on a diaper genie refill bags, or like the little bags you put in your diaper bag for dirty diapers on the go. You might be buying different like changing pad, liners, this, that, and the other. You can spend more money on disposable diapers with accessories as well. Both diaper strategies are gonna come with accessories, and you are gonna buy extras. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, another reason why I wish I would have done cloth diapers with my kids is health benefits. I'm not a doctor, so these are just things I'm stating in general. But typically, disposable diapers are gonna have chemicals. They're gonna have plastics in them. I feel like there's been some studies, things about like heat in diapers, if it gets warmer than it should. We've got a lot of infertility in the world. So not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but do disposable diapers have anything to do with the rising numbers of infertility? Who knows? But I did put disposables on my kids, and I do kind of regret it. Honestly, I wish I would have done cloth just in case that disposable diapers really are doing damage. Some other sort of health benefits, pros and cons, are things like diaper rash. I think sometimes babies in disposable get more diaper rash, but also in cloth, they can feel the wetness a little more, so they could get diaper rashes from that as well. And also if you're not washing the diapers properly, like stripping them, things like that, if you haven't figured out the right system, you could experience diaper rash. And then also another benefit, kind of a health benefit, but also just a general one, is a cloth diaper baby may get potty trained earlier because they feel some of that wetness. So that could encourage them to get potty trained and sort of understand their body a little bit better than, say, the disposables that like absorb everything. And then also with that, you may find with cloth, you change your baby more frequently, which I know as a parent could sound annoying, but also it's probably a good thing, versus trying to get your money's worth out of a disposable diaper. So just throwing those out there as some sort of like health benefits to cloth. Now, I just want to explain a little bit on why I didn't do cloth. Okay, I bought some. I did, and I didn't use them. And I hate that. I got really into researching it when I was pregnant, and I bought some. These were used. They are not brand new. I got them on a diaper website, so saved some money at least. And I think if I would have bought them new and fully invested, maybe I would have gone for it. But anyway, why did I not actually do it? So first off, I worked as a nanny when I had my baby, and they went to work with me. And I think I was afraid cloth diapering might bother that family if I had a wet bag full of stinky diapers to take home. And just honestly having more things to carry over there as far as we need clean diapers. I got to take the dirty diapers home versus being able to just have a couple diapers in the diaper bag and trash them. A little bit easier. Dealing with poop at their house and things like that. I just was a little worried it'd be too much. Okay, because I was working when I was at their house. I didn't have the luxury of just being fully stay at home at that point. So I didn't know if I could handle it. Okay, that's what I'm saying with my job. And could I have done it part-time at home? Sure, I did not. And then next reason or excuse would be I was putting my focus into breastfeeding. I went into it thinking we would do disposable diapers for the newborn phase. And then once I got through that, maybe then use these diapers because these diapers aren't itty bitty and maybe they wouldn't fit a newborn. And I prioritized breastfeeding. I wanted to make sure I was successful in breastfeeding. I've got videos and links on that I can put in the description. I was very successful. I made it 14, 15 months for each child. And that was great, but cloth diapering didn't quite make the cut. We can't do everything, and for me, it didn't happen. On top of that, just to be completely honest, I'm not throwing him under the bus, but my husband was not totally on board with cloth diapering. He was like, I don't get it. Not super interested, whereas I was doing research in my free time and getting myself all psyched up about it. He wasn't doing the same. So if I really wanted to do it, I could have probably done it, and maybe he would have learned and adopted it. But it's hard as a parent when you don't fully see eye to eye on something. And it also was challenging to be like, hey, we're doing this. He doesn't agree. Am I going to get stuck changing all the diapers? That felt a little, unaligned. So that was one more reason. And then my final reason I would say is I didn't fully invest and I didn't take the leap. So when I say I didn't fully invest, so what I bought was maybe about 10 or so covers or shells as they call them. So this has no absorbency in it. It's just an empty shell. It is what you button or snap onto baby. And then I got maybe a dozen or so, maybe 16, I didn't do a full count, of the actual absorbency or the inserts as you would call them, put it in thirds, put it in. I thought this seemed like the easiest method. There's some diapers that are all-in-ones or pockets that you have to stuff. This looked really easy to me. So I was feeling this. I thought very easy to wash, very easy to throw this out to dry. Put it in the sun, put it in the dryer, whatever. So I bought these, but I didn't buy anything else. I didn't buy wet bags. So if I would have taken my baby to work with me, I would have needed a bag to put all the dirty diapers in to bring them home. So a small or a medium wet bag. And then at home, you typically have a wet bag somewhere, whether it's in the nursery, in the bathroom, in the laundry room, where you put these dirty diapers until you eventually wash them. And then the other item would have been a diaper sprayer or toilet sprayer. You can attach it to your toilet and spray the poop off into the toilet. I did not get one of these. I did not look into that fully, and I didn't commit. I didn't do the thing. Now, I did actually make some reusable wipes. I just cut up old t-shirts and sewed some together, and my kids use them for their baby dolls now. So I did look into that a little bit and tried to make a pile of wipes, and I actually would sew them while I was pregnant, like by hand watching TV. And I like psyched myself up to do it, and I didn't. I never fully committed and fully pulled the trigger. Now I do want to tell you what I would have purchased if I was going to cloth diapers. So I kind of went through it. Like I said, wet bags. I think I would have got one large, maybe a medium or two mediums, and maybe a small. I think that's what I would have got. And then, like I said, the sprayer for the toilet. I think I would have gotten a few more covers, a few more inserts, and then I would have continued to maybe accumulate some wipes. I think I had a decent amount going. So, and I didn't get rid of all those. I actually, like I said, my kids use them for baby dolls for wipes. And then I do have some in my bathroom as well for like makeup removers. So they didn't go to waste entirely. These diapers unfortunately did though, and it bums me out. I'm going to pass them along. And honestly, before I pass them along, I wanted to make this video and talk about basically how I bought cloth diapers and I did not use them. I don't want this to be you. I want to encourage you to do it. I regret not doing it. Okay, I've spent over $3,000 on disposable diapers. I feel guilty about the environmental factors. I also feel guilty about any negative health side effects that my children might experience in the future. So yeah, that is what happened with me and my sort of failed attempt at a cloth diaper journey. I hope if you're interested in cloth diapering, maybe this is the push to tell you just to go for it. Do it. Put a cloth diaper on your baby. Okay? I think I just had this fear about learning how to wash them and learning how to do all the things. Just learn how to do one thing and it'll be okay. You'll figure it out step by step. So I encourage you, look into it and seriously consider cloth diapering your baby. As I said before, clearly I'm not an expert because I did not commit. I did not do it. But anyway, if you found this video helpful, please go ahead, subscribe, check out some more on my channel, and comment. What is holding you back from cloth diapering? What is preventing you from taking the leap? Alrighty, I will see you back in another video. Until then, have a great day.